Today we're going to do a gas filter change on the Roush. Let's go. So I got the car lifted a couple inches off the ground. I already got the stands in there. Got my little tool to remove the gas filter. I'm doing K&N this time. So these are higher quality filters. And then right underneath the car by your rear axle, this is where you have your fuel filter. So I've already taken off this brace that holds it in place and then took out the two clips from the outer edges with this flathead screwdriver. Now the next thing you need to do is grab your tool and insert it in here. Brace this line, the fluid line, the fuel line. And then you're gonna push these in towards the clip back here, push it in so you can unlock it. You're gonna do that on both sides, and you'll have some gas that will drip down, but just be ready to clean it up. That's if you didn't take the fuse off or anything, but regardless, you still have some fuel in the line. As you can see, I've removed both ends, this side and then this side. So now I'm able to just snap it off and replace. Now here we have them side by side. You want to make sure that the orientation is the same, because we want to pay attention to this flow line. As you remove it, put it down, make sure you put it back up the same orientation. But take a look at this. Look how dirty this gas is. So you can tell there's a lot of dirt inside of this filter. So all this sediment is going into the injectors and everywhere, causing it to bog down, or you may just be stuck here and restricting the flow of the gas to the injectors. Take a look at this. So dirty. Super dirty. So then make sure that both of the filters are the same size. Make sure to remove the little tips on the plastic tips on the new one, and then insert it to go in. So let me put it back in, then I'll get back on the video. So to put it back in, essentially I'm going to put it back in the same orientation here in this bracket. So it's going to go in here just like that. I'm going to push it in, but before I do it, I'm going to clean the bracket, and then you snap the fuel lines back into each of the ends, and then you put the clips on, and it should be ready to go. So it's super easy. I already clipped this side. I want to show you how to do it now that I can grab one hand. So you essentially just grab the fuel line and you push forward, and that's it. It's back in place. Ensure that your bracket up here isn't ahead of it, in front of it, and then that it's actually clipped back here. And then all we're gonna do is we're gonna put these clips back on. So essentially you want to angle this down and you want to press it. I need both of my hands, but essentially you put it on an angle and then you squeeze the top part so that you can put this lock on. And then you'll do the same thing on this side. Then you'll roll this bracket back through here. You'll tighten this up, and that's it. So this is what it's gonna look like once you put the clip on. I noticed that I had it backwards on the first shot, but I'll show you how on this one. So you want the bigger end to be on the fuel line. So it'll go like this. So essentially you put the bigger gap on the fuel line, and you want the thinner gap of this clip to be on the actual filter line. So it'll go in like that. And that's it. So now the both clips are on. You'll tighten this here on the fuel line, and just make sure that there are no leaks when you turn on the car. And then I forgot to mention too, the size of the tool that I used to remove this. This is going to be, let's see the size here. I think it's in the back. This size is going to be, where is it? Oh, it's right here. It's 5/16 and 3/8. So one side is 5/16, one side is 3/8. You can find this at O'Reilly or AutoZone for fairly cheap. This one's my dad's. My father let me borrow it. Had it for years when I used to be an auto mechanic, but you can find this relatively easy. And if you don't have it, you can use, usually people will cut a pen, the tip of a pen, and then be able to insert it here, but it's just much faster and easier to get at the store. All right, guys, well now you know how to change a fuel filter on a Mustang, early new Edge model.